Good morning. My name is Tina Osberry from New Life Clinic and Maternity. There is this picture I have posted here about a newborn whose head is very long, like Popo. Yes. Some mothers will tell you that when they don't put the baby's head on their palm while they are breastfeeding, that it will make the fetal head to become long because we encourage them to put the head at the elbow joints. Yes, in front of the elbow joints. When you put the baby's head there where you are breastfeeding, and then your palms should be at the bum bum, all right? It will cause a good positioning for your baby to latch and breastfeeding will be enhanced. But mothers will tell you that if they put their baby's head there, it will make the baby's head to become long. Thereby, they are putting the baby's head in their palm while they are breastfeeding. Look at what happens. Why is your baby's head long? Yes, when you see some children, you see that at the back of their skull is long. Yes, we call it what or P. Yes, it's very long. All right, this thing happens during the time of delivery, and that's why we monitor the mother and the fetus while delivery is ongoing or while the woman is still in labor because God made it that the skull we have the suture lines, then we have the fontanelles. The fontanelle is located at the posterior and the anterior. People don't quickly notice the one at the back, which is the posterior fontanelle. They only take note of the one in front, which is the anterior fontanelle. The one at the back will close at 6 weeks, while the one in front will close at 18 months. The reason for this opening is to enhance delivery, easy passage of the fetal skull during delivery. Now, when the baby is about to come out, once the woman hears push, the baby is about to come out. The fetal skull, due to that opening, it will cause a reduction in the fetal skull. That reduction will help the skull to pass through the birth canal because naturally, when the skull is completely ossified, it cannot pass through the birth canal. It will be difficult for that woman to push out the head. God made it or nature made it that the suture lines will be there, creating opportunity for the skull to at least reduce in its diameter to become smaller for the woman to push out the head easily. This is for normal child, not normal fetal skull, not in other complicated ones like hydrocephalus, those ones with bigger head. That one you cannot push it out naturally. Now, what happens? Why is that skull is so long or it is not as round as it should be? When the woman is in 10 cm cervical dilatation stage of delivery, now the fetal head has engaged, waiting for the woman to push out. If the pelvic bones are not good, the woman does not have gynecoid pelvic bones, or there is a delay in the second stage of labor, is going to cause compression of the fetal skull, causing that skull to become long. The child will come out with that long skull at the back. Now, there is one we call, this one is different and the other one is different. The one I'm going to post the picture here is what we call caput succedaneum. That one is okay for a delayed second stage of labor or in a case where the pelvic bones are not gynecoid one. That's they are not female pelvis that should allow easy passage of the fetal skull. What then happens? The pelvic bone will cause compression because it should be a round, creating a round and roomy environment for the fetal skull to pass. But in this case, the pelvic bone, some of them are like that, those people with the male pelvis. So it will not allow easy passage. Now, the prominence of that pelvic bone will now cause compression of the fetal skull, and that will give rise to that long head you are seeing. When there is caput succedaneum, it is accumulation of fluid because there is already compression pressure on the fetal skull. So the accumulation of the fluid will be found in one part of the head. It doesn't require any assistance. It doesn't require any medical attention. It doesn't require compression with hot water. It will dissolve on its own within 24 hours. Nothing is applied. No hot water is applied because it's just fluid. It's going to dissolve on its own. All right. Now, when you are pressing hot water on that, you are causing problem to the fetal skull. That fetal skull you are using hot water to mold is a bone. Naturally, it is going to set very well because it's not completely ossified. It is not completely fused. When the fetal head comes out, the baby's head now is out, is going to create that separation. There will be an equilibrium in this structure of the bone. All right. The opening will now become marked by parents or whosoever that is seeing the child. Now, that opening should be there. This one will close by 18 months. This one will close by 6 weeks. And that's how we mark a healthy growth and development in a child. When there is good development, when you are feeding your baby very well, it is through that line we mark it. So when you see that child with that long head and you are pressing it with hot water, you are doing this compression, you are applying this and that. What you are doing does not have any effect. Rather, it's going to cause complication and problem for that child. So please, madam, leave leave your child's head, leave your baby's head the way it is. The only way you can stop or the only way you can avoid your child from having this kind of head is through delivery, is during delivery, is when you are asked to push out the head. It lies in your hands. That is the woman in labor and your midwife who is conducting the delivery for you. So I am going to talk about how we can prevent this thing from happening to our children. All right. And the effects, because it has complication when it becomes is no longer caput succedaneum and it becomes a hematoma. There are some negative effects that will affect that child's growth and development. So I am going to discuss about this in my next video. Please, all you can do for me is to share this, click like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am still Nurse Berry from New Life Clinic and Maternity. See you soon.